matchup chart. You know, I feel like this was something long overdue for my channel, right? I, of course, being a Rob main, I feel like I should, you know, share my opinions about the Rob matchup, right? And, you know, I feel like this is something I wanted to do personally. You know, I have my computer with me today. You know, I'm ready to make this matchup chart, right? And of course, this is 100% my opinion. If there's any other Rob players watching, you know, this is 100%, you know, my experience. You might have, there might be a matchup that you feel differently upon, and that's 100% okay. I would love to hear it. And as for all the other non-Rob mains, I would love to hear what you think about the Rob matchup, in particular to your main or your character, right? But yeah, without further ado, let's just you know, hop into the tier list. You know, I have it right here. I want to go over each tiers and what they exactly mean, because some other people use different terms. And I want to go and explain these tiers through my logic, you know. So, of course, up here at the top, we have Robotic Operating Buddy. Of course, that is Rob. Where's my boy? Right here. So he's going to, you know, go into the Rob. That's his place. And then we have these tiers. So it's I divided it up into 5 different tiers. So I have favorable, slightly favorable, even Steven matchups, slightly unfavorable, and unfavorable, right? So of course favorable means like it's a good matchup for Rob, you know. He has the edge in the matchup, so to speak. Even Steven matchups, there's just even matchups. I don't know why I put Steven in there. I like to be extra. And then slightly unfavorable matchups and unfavorable matchups. And you see I'm using the term unfavorable and favorable. It's because I don't really like to use, like, a lot of people like to say this is a losing match, this is a winning match. I don't really like using those terms, winning or losing, because you can pick Ganondorf against Pikachu and you can still win as Ganondorf. There's nothing stopping you, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not easy because it is favorable towards Pikachu, but does that mean Pikachu is gonna win? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't really like those terms, and I prefer using favorable and unfavorable rather than winning and losing. I don't know. That's just me personally. You might agree, you might disagree. That's 100% okay. But I just wanted to give some clarification. So favorable in a sense means winning. I don't really like that term. And unfavorable, losing. Same thing. I use the term even because, you know, even 50-50. As for like slightly unfavorable and slightly favorable probably is like around the 55-45 range. And then the slightly unfavorable is like the 45-55 range, you know what I mean? So, and then unfavorable and favorable, it's kind of vague, but yeah, we'll dive into it later on. So, and then of course I have at the bottom, this is the question mark here. Like, I have no idea. I haven't played too many of this certain character or too many of this certain matchup, so I wouldn't necessarily sure. I don't want to like jump to conclusions. If I honestly don't know, if I honestly don't have my opinions, then I'll put the character in this, and then maybe you guys can help me out in the comments, of course. So yeah, without further ado, let's just you know, start ranking. Let's find okay, I think what's something good is I think we should start with the heavies, of course, right? Because that's what a lot of people start with. So we have like King K. Rool, we have like Incineroar, Bowser, you know, King Dedede, all of these other heavyweights. I already said Donkey Kong, right? Charizard. Rob, I'm pretty sure he wins. You know, Rob. So let's go over some strengths of Rob. Of course, he has good zoning, good projectiles with that zoning. He has decent frame data to like box up close, so like forward, down tilt, great moves for boxing up close. He has a good recovery. Although he is left vulnerable, there is still mix-ups to, you know, accompany that. What else is good about Rob? He has decent damage output and, you know, decent kill power, right? But some weaknesses, I guess I could say, is that like he's big, he's a pretty big target, and he's pretty heavy as well, meaning that, you know, he's comboable. You know, so characters that do good against Rob, this is just a general theme. Characters that could juggle, combo, anti-air, have a reflector, or some way to deal with his zoning, right? Or can play mad aggressive, right? And also a strength about Rob is that he has different play styles. He can box you up close, play aggressive, or he can play, you know, defensively or a little bit more reserved, right? So he has many different play styles, right? So characters that are good at countering all those different types of play styles, I would say, do pretty well against Rob, right? So as for the heavies like King K. Rool, I'm just gonna put that in favorable. I'm gonna wait on Bowser because I have a little special case for Bowser, but, you know, Charizard for the most part, Donkey Kong, where are the other heavyweights? King Dedede, where are you? There you are. King Dedede, favorable. Actually, should I put King Dedede in favorable? I don't know. Ganondorf. You know, these characters, Incineroar. The reason why, like, I feel like anybody can make a comeback on Rob, because in the end of the day, he's still a big target, and I don't think Rob absolutely destroys anybody in terms of matchups, because I feel like in the end of the day, he's still a big target. He's still a heavyweight, right? And I feel like maybe a couple, like, okay, if we were talking about like 1 year ago in Smash Ultimate, I would feel a little people would, you know, not exactly know the Rob matchup, but he's becoming a you know, very popular character. You know, Zachary uses him. He's a top player. You know, a bunch of other top players, and I feel like a lot of people are getting more comfortable with the matchup. And you know, it might just me. I'm just bad at the game, which I am, right? But you know, I feel like these characters, like if I'm fighting a Donkey Kong or if I'm fighting a K. Rool, they could just, like, you know, spike Rob at 0 and he dies. You know, so I feel like anybody can really make a comeback on Rob pretty easily, but you know, I don't know. I just think because Rob, he always has that thing of him being big and, you know, so to speak, like a big target heavyweight. Yeah, I feel like he is still susceptible. I think that's his biggest weakness in that regard, and that's why, like, I don't think he necessarily destroys anybody. I mean, he's still a good character nonetheless. So let's find some other matchups that I think he. All right, let's start with Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon, before, so I know Fatality thought the matchup was slightly in Rob's favor, but now that I think Captain Falcon received those 8.0 buffs, I think now this could be more of an even Steven matchup, in my opinion, because Captain Falcon can struggle against projectiles and edge guarding. Also, if you have a linear recovery, Rob does pretty good against that, because projectiles, down air is stupid broken, and then side B and forward air, he can go pretty deep. Not too deep as much as you think, but he still can get the job done when it comes to edge guarding, definitely. Also, he's a pretty big target, very susceptible. I don't even know the word. Susceptible. Wait, hold on. I'm so stupid. Yeah, y'all know what I mean. To being, like, you know, comboed and stuff, getting hit by gyro into up smash and stuff like that. So yeah, even Steven matchup. But again, Captain Falcon can just destroy Rob in terms of combos, and, you know, can go out there and, you know, hit him when he's trying to, you know, give him some trouble when he's trying to edge guard. So yeah, even matchup in my opinion. Banjo. I'm honestly, I'm a little hesitant. I think this is an even matchup, because if you're looking through it through the eyes of Banjo, I think Banjo could do pretty well. I even want to put this in slightly unfavorable, but I think even is a good place for it, right? Alf, that's an, oh yeah, we have to make an Echoes category. What am I doing? Oh shoot, oh, that's not good. Yeah, and then of course we can just put Echoes. There we go. Now we'll just put Alf in there. You know, maybe Mel Byleth, because nobody likes that guy. Hey, I'm just kidding. Bayonetta. I'll put this in. I actually want to. It's in the line between slightly unfavorable and unfavorable. Because I think Bayonetta does really good against Rob. You know, Witch Time is pretty good at dealing with projectiles. Combo game is through the roof on Rob. Good at edge guarding. I personally struggle against Bayonetta. Maybe it's just because I don't know the matchup too well. I should definitely practice the matchup, but nonetheless, I still think it's a pretty unfavorable matchup with Rob. I'm definitely switching to my other characters like Lucina or Falco in this matchup, because I think Rob in this matchup does pretty bad. It's definitely favorable towards Bayonetta instead of Rob. Bowser. See, I've fought a lot of good Bowser players, but I think it's either even or slightly favorable. I think Bowser players would agree that this would be slightly favorable for Rob, but I think I'm gonna have to give Bowser the even Steven matchup. You know, forward air's pretty. I mean, there's this one Bowser player that's really good at beating me, and I just can't beat him. But okay, I think I'm gonna. We might come back to this, but I'm gonna leave it at slightly favorable. Because Bowser can get punished pretty hard. Because the thing about Bowser is that a lot of his moves can, like, be punished. All of his aerials, basically. You know, the thing about Rob is that me personally for Rob, I get comfortable in shield a lot, and Bowser's really good at dealing with that with side B, and even neutral B to an extent. And Bowser's also pretty fast, and has decent edge guarding on Rob, and really good two framing on Rob. Don't forget that. So that's why I want to put it in even. But then again, Rob just kind of destroys him, can combo him pretty well. So I'm gonna leave it at slightly favorable for now. Let's try to go through these a little bit faster. Bowser Jr., I would say it's slightly favorable. I don't think it's the end all be all. I think Bowser Jr. can give Rob some trouble, but Byleth, probably an even matchup due to all the range that Byleth has. Can juggle Rob really well with up smash and up air. Big target. I know Byleth can do some really crazy stuff with like up B into double jump, down air. I think that's an even matchup for sure. Chrom, okay, so I want to bring Chrom and Roy into the discussion. You would think, since I know a lot of people at this point, we all know that they're different characters, they have their own uses, but I don't think they're both in the same category. I think I would much rather, and I'm saying that I would much rather fight a Roy rather than a Chrom in whatever it may be. Because I don't know because this is the main reason that I see, right? Roy is really aggressive. He doesn't have a tipper, he has the hilt, right? While Chrom's sword is even throughout, right? So Chrom can space a lot better and doesn't have to get into Rob's face, right? Roy is really putting himself in that danger, you know what I mean? So I feel like Roy's recovery in a way is like harder to deal with. Like I have like every Chrom that I play against, I can't put Gyro at ledge and deal with him like I would with Roy or any other character. So I don't know. I think this matchup is I think it's even for Chrom, but slightly unfavorable for Roy. I mean, slightly favorable for Rob, right? So to speak. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Yeah, other people may have a different opinion, but that's what I just feel when I fight these characters. Cloud, that's slightly favorable. I would actually put it in favorable, but Cloud has Beak Sword, so we're gonna have to keep it at that. Corrin, we have to put one of them in the Echo. No, yeah, Echoes, and then we can do Corrin. I think Corrin, due to the lack of speed, I think that's slightly favorable. Daisy and Peach, where are they? We'll put Daisy up into the Echoes, and then we can get Peach. Where is the princess? There she is. All right, so that's an even matchup. One thing to consider with Rob is that I feel like he does good against floaties and heavyweights. There are specific combos that can be done to floaties that cannot be done to heavyweights, and I think Peach exemplifies that, right? But Rob still does good. Like, I feel like Rob, if you're fighting Fox, you can back throw him at 0% and you can get a very consistent jab block, but you can't do that with Peach. But Rob can do fair to gyro toss forward and then fair to gyro toss forward against characters like Peach rather than Fox. So, Rob, he can do good against floaties, but it's a little different for fast fallers, but still does good against fast fallers. So, that was kind of an off-topic thing, but still, I think this matchup is for the most part even because I think Peach can kind of struggle with the projectiles, get hit. She's a little slow, but she can just, hit Rob once with Nair or down tilt, and then Rob will take 80% and can get edge guarded decently by Peach. So yeah, even matchup in my opinion. Pits, Dark Pit and Normal Pit. In this sense, in this specific matchup, they both serve the same purpose in my opinion. Pit, okay, I would put it in even. I'm inclined to put it into slightly unfavorable. It's just that the airspeed of Pit and the recovery can be downed pretty easily. And just to let you guys know, I'm pretty experienced in the Rob Pit matchup because my brother actually plays a lot of Pit. When I play against him, I'm like, okay, I know Pit's like a below average character, but I do feel like he can keep up with Rob. And he also has Reflector, aerials. I actually think Pit is decent, especially he got buffed as well. So yeah, I do think he can keep up with Rob. I even want to put it in slightly unfavorable, but man, I might even need to make a tier that's even or slightly unfavorable. But for now, I think I'm gonna keep it at. You know what? I think I don't care. This is my matchup chart. I'm gonna put it in slightly. Actually, no. Forget it. We're gonna keep it at even for now. We might come back to it later. Dark Samus, we'll put that into the Echoes, and then we'll get regular Samus. So where is regular Samus? Here she is. Even matchup. You know, Rob can, like, you can't play you can never play campy against Rob because Rob has pretty good camping in my opinion and pretty good defensive play. So like if your plan is to play Samus and you know, camp Rob, that's not happening because that gives Rob enough time to place Gyro down, ample time to place Gyro down and take stage control, right? So that's just a no-go. It gets kind of annoying in my opinion, especially on Wi-Fi. But for the most part, I think that this matchup should be even, right? Diddy Kong. I think Diddy Kong, I think I saw somewhere on Twitter that this was like a 30-70 matchup in Diddy Kong's favor. And I thought that was kind of wild. I've never really struggled against Diddy Kong as Rob. I think it's even, maybe even slightly favorable. I'm not exactly sure. I'll keep it at slightly favorable for now. Or, I don't know. I haven't played against too many good Diddy Kong players. I might even need to put it in the question mark here because I'm honestly not sure. I actually played against a Diddy Kong in Elite Smash this morning, but it wasn't that bad. I'll just put it at slightly favorable for now. Dr. Mario, I would put it in favorable, but he does have cape, and you know he does decent against heavyweights, so I'll give him slightly favorable. Duck Hunt, I would want to put it in even. Yeah, I'll put it in even. Yeah, that feels like an even match. Falco, that's the first slightly unfavorable. Good reflector, good combos, good anti-air. You know, solid rush down. But he can get downed, so that's the only flaw. His off-stage presence, when Rob is on stage, is extremely exploitable, and he's also kind of slow. But nonetheless, he's still a pretty good counter pick against Rob, especially with the buffs, right? So I think he what's it called? Beat Rob pretty bad, not pretty bad, but you know, considerably before the buffs. Now with the buffs, he's even scarier. So yeah, I definitely think slightly unfavorable for sure. Fox, for the same reasons, well, not for the same reasons, but you know, Fox rush down, good reflector. You know, nair to up smash on Rob is pretty simple. Heavyweight, Fox can get down there and, you know, dies at 15%. That's like the one thing though. Downer really comes clutch for Rob, but you know, it's not impossible. You know, he can get back thrown at 0% and like take 30 damage from like one conversion, like back throw, down tilt, you know, and then like dash attack probably to forward air, maybe into another forward air, maybe dash attack, something like that. And you know, can take a lot of damage, but still, it's still Fox favor in my opinion. Greninja, I think that's a slightly unfavorable. I think I'm not exactly sure, but in theory, I think Greninja could down B the gyro or the laser that Rob shoots, and can, you know, attack him from there. That can kind of gives him an approach option. Again, really good combos, drag downs, anti-airs. You know, pretty good. You know, Rob is combo food, and you know, I think Greninja, you know, kind of strives off that. It might be even. I'm a little hesitant on that. But I'll leave it at slightly unfavorable for now. Okay, all the heroes. So let's put them all here, except Bandana Boy, because Bandana Boy is my boy. I think it's slightly favorable. For the fact that, you know, Hero doesn't have the most consistent frame data. And you know, it's a little slow, and recovery can be down aired pretty easily. But I feel like Hero can just pull like one random spell, like Acceleratle and Boom were pretty effective against Rob. But due to the lack of consistency, I'll leave it at slightly favorable for now. Ice Climbers, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would assume it would be slightly favorable. Can zone out pretty well. I might even need to put it in here because I honestly don't know how the matchup would go. I haven't really fought too many good Ice Climb. I ran into one that was absolutely destroying me on Elite Smash the other day. I wasn't playing as Rob though, I was playing as Falco. But I do think that, you know, Ice Climbers matchup. It could go either way, to be honest, but I think for the same reasons as Hero, not too consistent for the most part, I'll leave it at slightly favorable for now. And Rob can, do a decent job at separating Nana from Popo with projectiles, so I'll leave it at slightly favorable for now. Ike. I want to put it in slightly favorable. I might even put it at even Steven matchup, because Ike got some pretty good buffs. But I think Ike's lack of speed, and he could just take a bunch of projectiles to the face, and that's no fun for Ike. I don't know. I don't have any troubles with this matchup, so I'll leave it at slightly favorable. Inkling. Oh, okay. Inkling is a hard one because I think people think that Rob beats Inkling. I'll leave it at even. It might be slightly favorable. You know what? I might even need to make a new tier. Here, hold on. We're gonna have to make 2 new tiers. So we're gonna make one. Hold on. Unfavorable or even or slightly unfavorable to be exact. Slightly unfavorable or even. Nice. Then we got slightly favorable or even. Yeah, I think this is a well-deserved tier that we're gonna need. So yeah, let's make this one green. All right, can I shift this up? Oh my god, how do I do this? Oh, there we go. So yeah, I think this is like sorting this out is getting a little harder than I think. So I think there's some I think I could put here. Actually, no, I'll leave Hero in slightly favorable. And then I'll probably put Diddy Kong here, and then yeah, Bowser's definitely gonna be in here. I think the rest of these can stay in here. And then as for this. So, okay, Falco before the buffs would definitely be in here. Now I think it's here, definitely. Alright, let's continue. Sheik. I think this is slightly unfavorable. It might even be slightly I would want, I honestly don't know. I don't know. Because we know that one set at Frostbite 2020 against Sheik, why can I say Sheik? Void and Zachary, right? Zachary, of course, being the Robin. Sheik, Void, of course, being Sheik. I believe Void won. So I don't know. I think Sheik can do good against heavyweights pretty well. Against, Rob included. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'll give it. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to leave it at I don't know for now because I haven't personally faced any Sheiks. Theory crafting it in my head right now, if I was to run into a Sheik, I don't think it would be that bad. A good Sheik players know their combos really well, so I might have to put it in slightly unfavorable or even. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. Isabel. Okay, this is a hot take. But I low-key think that Isabel and Villager beat Rob, beat Rob. I'm inclined to put it in unfavorable, but I'm just gonna leave it at slightly unfavorable for now. Due to the fact that of course Villager and Isabel, they're kind of sluggish on the ground, especially Isabel. But they did recently get buffs, so I do think that helps them out a lot, solidifies them in this position. So, because they can pocket gyro and then you have no gyro. That's really scary for Rob because gyro is a very important tool for Rob. And if you're not using gyro correctly or if you just don't have gyro, that could be pretty bad. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave it at slightly unfavorable for now. Maybe Rob players will disagree. But I think Isabel and Villager do have the edge. And I'm definitely counterpicking for this specific matchup because I'm so bad at it with Rob. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it at slightly unfavorable for now. Ivysaur. I don't know. I think I will put Ivysaur in even. I actually maybe slightly unfavorable or even. Good juggling with upper. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not too sure about like the individual Pokemon, but we'll get into Pokemon, like the actual Pokemon trainer eventually. Joker. This, a lot of people say this is even. I personally suck against Joker. Like if we were just talking normal Joker, if we were just talking normal Joker, I would honestly put normal Joker in even. But Arsene versus Rob, Arsene absolutely, like if we're talking Arsene, it would easily be unfavorable, easily. But I think Rob could do pretty well against regular Joker, because regular Joker struggles to kill, and I think Rob can abuse regular Joker pretty well. So I'll leave it at even. I think I know MKLeo thinks the matchup is even. I'm just personally bad at the matchup, but I think it's even. Jigglypuff, this is slightly favorable. Jigglypuff can pull some random stuff, but yeah, for the most part, I think Rob beats Jigglypuff. It's really light, really fragile. Rob has the edge. Like, he doesn't have the edge, but he does good against characters that are fragile, right? Who else? Ken. I think he slightly beats Ken a little bit, or even. I would honestly put it in even. Slightly favorable or even. I don't know. I think we can put this. I think I'm gonna leave it at slightly favorable or even. Because like he has great combos, and I think that would easily work on Rob, but I feel like he would have trouble getting into projectiles. Like, he does have down B, so I'll leave it at that for now. Kirby, slightly favorable. I'm just gonna try to go through these quick. Link is even. I fought a lot of Links online. I think it's even for the most part. I think Rob can do decently. I personally I'm not too fond with the matchup because I'm just bad at it, but I think it's even. Little Mac, favorable, super favorable actually. It's because Rob, like in my opinion, like the projectiles against Mac are just so good, and Rob can actually kind of keep up with his speed. And if you're smart, you can shield grab his smash attack. So I think it's a free win. It's not a free win. Forget what I said. It's favorable. Not impossible, favorable. Lucario, yeah, probably slightly favorable. Although Aura gets kind of scary because Rob, for the most part, he's good at solidifying the kill so long he has momentum. But Rob's main way of killing at high percents is getting a grab into down throw, up air, or up smash. But getting that grab can be kind of scary, and if you whiff once at high percent against Lucario, you can just straight up die in like a hit. So I'm gonna give this a slightly favorable or even matchup. Lucas, I will give it a slightly, it gets an even. Yeah, it gets an even. I think it's the same case for Ness. They can be exploited off stage, and you can bait out their down B, and then you can punish them for that, right? So even, but they can still mess you up. I think Ness could be here, or it would be here, but I think I'm gonna leave it at even. Lucina, even matchup. I don't really think I need to explain. Lucina kind of struggles against, projectiles, just things getting thrown at you, so I think it's even. Luigi, that's a slightly favorable or even. I might even put it in slightly favorable because he'd just be thrown off stage and there's nothing he can do. And then Rob is good at catching his slow landings. Yeah, I think it's slightly favorable. I hate Luigi because this is the thing. Luigi, he just confuses me because I'm gonna have to make a whole video about this character because he honestly confuses me. He loses to swords. He loses to projectiles. He loses to anybody faster than him. Characters that are good at catching, landing, and edge guarding, and that's basically the entire top tier metagame. Okay, and then he gets one grab on any character and they're just dead. So that confuses me. But Rob is, I don't know, to be honest. I'm just gonna leave it at slightly favorable. Mario, this is the definition of a slightly. Actually, I'm inclined to put it into unfavorable. But I don't think it deserves an unfavorable. I think it's slightly unfavorable because it's not impossible. But Mario has good reflector, good combos, good at catching landings, good reflector, all things that Rob doesn't like. So I think we're just gonna have to leave it at that. Martha, yeah, I would just put it in the tier as actually, I might even put it slightly unfavorable or even, but I think with the new buffs, it just gets a lot easier, so I'll put it in even. Mega Man, even. There's this one Mega Man at my local I struggle against. Actually, I don't struggle against. I beat him pretty consistent. I don't beat him pretty consistently. It's just that I don't play Rob against him, because he's actually, Mega Man's good at down airing Rob. He's pretty good at down airing Rob. So, I'm trying to think. I think there's an even matchup, to be honest. Meta Knight, slightly fit. I saw this was like a 30-70 matchup on the same matchup chart I found on what's it called? On Twitter, right? That's insane. Like, what? Since when? He did get buffs, so before I think it would have been slightly favorable. Now it's in this tier, slightly favorable or even. Mewtwo, I play against Mewtwo NST a lot. He plays a lot of Mewtwo. When I fight him with Rob, I do decent. I think it's an even matchup, especially with the buffs now, because, and there's also this Mewtwo player at my local that's pretty decent against Rob. Yeah, even Steven matchup. The Mies, I don't know. I don't know. Me Fighter. Wait, no, that's Me Sword Fighter. Probably a winning matchup. Slightly favorable. I'll actually put it slightly favorable. Me Brawler could probably be slightly favorable or even. Me Gunner, probably the same thing as me. I think Me Sword Fighter does the worst out of all of them, to be honest. Min, I don't 100% know yet. I think it's slightly favorable or even, because Rob can linger around off stage with his up B, hover around there, and then Min can just say no to that by, like, you know, like doing dragon and laser, and then you die at like 50 what. So yeah, slightly favorable or even, because Rob, oh wait, she can up smash her the projectiles and like the landings and stuff. But I feel like once you break through Min's wall, like, I don't think Min players are developed yet, so I'll put it at question mark, because I think I have a general sense of the matchup, but I don't think it's I don't think the Min meta is fully developed, and in theory I think Min could win, but I think Rob is decent, so I'm gonna keep it at question mark for now. Let me know in the comments what you think about the new Min meta and whatever. So yeah, I'll just keep it at question mark for now. Mr. Game & Watch. A lot of people think this is unfavorable. I don't think so. He has Bucket, which is good. He has Edge Guarding, which is good. He has Up B out of Shield, which is really good. I want to put it at even, because I really don't struggle too much against Game & Watch. I feel like I'm just going to jinx my entire future, and now I'm going to struggle against Game & Watch. But actually, I don't even think it's that bad. I think I'll put it here. As for Ivysaur, I don't know why I have it here. I'll just even. Actually, I don't know. The Ivysaur is a hard thing to rank. But I honestly don't mind too much. Pac-Man, this is even, but it's an annoying matchup, because I think out of all the characters in the game, the Pac-Man can camp Rob the best. Not perfectly, but the best. We're not gonna get into Sonic, but I don't think Sonic can nearly camp as well as Pac-Man in this matchup. So Pac-Man players, you can camp Rob pretty well in my opinion. I would this is a matchup that's even, but I'll still counterpick to one of my other characters like Falcon or Lucina. Just for the sole fact that I just don't, I don't like the campiness of this matchup. It just gets, because like for me personally, I don't mind playing defensively or reserved. I definitely don't mind. Like if I have the lead, I'll play a little bit more reserved. But if I have to play reserved the entire match, like I don't mind. But against Pac-Man, it gets really annoying, right? Palutena. I think people think this is like unfavorable. I don't think it's that bad. Maybe before she got nerfed, her back down throw got nerfed, and then down throw back air, as well as what else? Neutral air got nerfed. It would be unfavorable then, because then she could kill pretty consistently. Now realistically, her kill power got overall nerfed, and I feel like Rob can kind of abuse that. I would put it on unfavorable, but because she does also have Reflector, I think she's just gonna have to go into slightly unfavorable, to be honest. I don't think it's a terrible matchup. Like it is pretty bad. Like she messes Rob up, like so much so to the point where I think it's in between here. But I'm gonna keep it at slightly unfavorable for now. Like I struggle against Palutena, but I don't think it's that bad. I don't know. What else? Up smash is good for catching R.O.B, but if you whiff that, R.O.B can just take 1,000,000,000% on this character. But also she has a decent recovery, as well as mix-ups. I don't know if like I haven't really two-framed too many Palutenas with down air. I could just be bad at the matchup. I just have to practice it probably. But yeah, slightly unfavorable for now. The rats, Pichu and Pikachu. I think that this matchup. Well, okay, Pichu gets slightly unfavorable. Maybe even slightly unfavorable or even, to be honest, because Pichu dies in like one hit. It's not even funny. I like back air Pichus at like 59% and they're dead. So, Pikachu unfavorable. This is a pretty bad matchup. I don't like playing it at all. This is definitely one I would counterpick. Just for the sole reason that Pikachu is just small. I don't think it's impossible though. Like I want to put it in slightly unfavorable. It's just that I'm personally bad at the matchup. But it's not a matchup any R.O.B player likes to play. So, you know, Pikachu is like, Pikachu is Pikachu. Pikachu is busted. So, we're just gonna leave it at that, to be honest. Pikmin and Olimar. I think this is an even matchup. Might even be slightly favorable. Whoa, what did I just do? Where did I put him? Wait, what? Did I do something? Okay. Pikmin and Olimar. I'll put it slightly favorable or even. I don't think he does too bad. Yeah, Olimar's pretty fragile. If this was pre-patch Olimar, I would probably put it in slightly unfavorable or even. But no, now it gets slightly favorable or even. Planet, slightly favorable or even. I don't think it's that bad. Actually, I might even have to put it in slightly favorable, to be honest. The Pokemon Trainer. I think... let's get rid of that one. I think Pokemon Trainer does good. Decent. I think it's even. Might even be slightly favorable or even. Because, okay, let's think about it. Does good against Charizard. Does decent against Ivysaur. Does, I think Squirtle does even. So I'll just put in even for now. R.O.B goes even with Squirtle in my opinion. Might even be slightly losing. Yeah, I think as for Squirtle, it might be slightly unfavorable or even. Because it just dies in one hit. I think Squirtle, Pikachu, Pichu, Mario, maybe Luigi, and I think Lucario or Greninja. There's like a list of characters. I'll probably put it on the screen right now of characters that won't get hit of up smash when they're buried, right? So down throw and then you up smash, but the first hit of up smash won't hit them, right? And there's a select few of characters, but I'm not exactly sure. I know Mario is definitely one of them. I definitely know that one. Yeah, I think it goes even with Pokemon Trainer. Richter, I think. So, okay, this is funny. I saw on the R.O.B matchup chart, I saw, like, I think it was a different one I saw on Twitter. The R.O.B player said that we beat Richter. It's favorable for us. And then I saw a Richter matchup chart, and it was actually favorable in terms of Richter, right? So, I don't know. I struggle against Richter. It might just be me being mad at the matchup, but I think it's even. Yeah. Yeah, even matchup. Ridley, slightly favorable. Actually, I'm just gonna have to put it slightly favorable. I don't really struggle against too many Ridleys. I think it's a pretty good matchup for R.O.B. I would honestly put it in favorable. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in favorable, to be honest. Like, it's so big, you know, gets back here really easily. I've never actually struggled against Ridley in this matchup, if I'm gonna be real. You know, here, let me change something in favorable. I think the DDD matchup is actually slightly favorable. Yeah, I think it's slightly favorable. Don't at me. I'm just gonna... I'm leaving it at that. Like, you guys might be mad at me. No, there's a favorable matchup. It's a big heavyweight. No, I don't believe that. Robin, slightly favorable or even, in my opinion. You can just mess him up sometimes. And then Echoes. Oh, no. Hold on. There we go. Now, Rosalina and Luma. This is honestly, I don't know. I would think R.O.B would win, but I can't be sure. I'm not even going to waste time on it. Please let me know in the comments, who do you think wins the R.O.B Rosa matchup? Ryu, I think it's similar to Ken, but it's probably slightly favorable or even. Wait, where did I put Ken? Yeah, I put, yeah. Sans. Oh wait, we already, I'm just gonna put him a question mark. Cause who knows? Like if it's like the actual Sans was to you know, thing. The actual Sans from Undertale was to fight Rob. I mean, probably beat him, canonically. Shulk. I'll put Shulk in. Yeah, this is probably slightly unfavorable or even. Just due to the amount of sheer range that he has. I don't think it's impossible though. I think it's, yeah, I'll put it in even. Like, I want to put it in even, but I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know. That's hard. I'll put in slightly unfavorable actually. Slightly unfavorable or even, because I don't know. Simon, we already addressed that, so we'll put that straight into the echoes. Snake, even matchup in my opinion. They both throw projectiles at each other. Sonic the Hedgehog, this is, I would honestly put it in favorable, but no, slightly favorable. I think even online, Rob does pretty good against Sonic. That's one of my favorite things about Rob, is that he's pretty good at, you know, beating Sonic. Because if your plan with Sonic is to go to the other stage and, you know, spam spin dash, it's not working because Gyro just has stage control over you. There's like no doubt about it, right? So yeah, slightly favorable easily. Terry, I think it's the same thing with Ken and Rio. I think it's just worse. I think Terry does a little better, so I'll put it in even. Like, I don't think it's that bad though, so I'll put it slightly favorable or even. Wario, even. Like he gets comboed pretty hard, but then Wario can get camped. But at the same time, if you're camping Wario, that could be pretty bad because then he can get waft. I'll probably put it in slightly unfavorable or even. Slightly. Yeah. I can't really make my mind up about it, so there it goes. Wii Fit Trainer, this is probably my most hated matchup besides like Pac-Man. Because it's just so annoying in camp. Like all Elite Smash, like I literally ran into like 3 Wii Fit Trainers on Elite Smash with Rob in like the same day. I don't think it was Rob, I was playing Rob each one of them, but like I know I was playing Rob at least like 2 of them or 1 of them, I don't know. Anyway, just Wii Fit Trainers, they like spam side B and neutral B off stage, and they like try to do all this stuff, and it just gets annoying in campaign. It's not like Rob does bad against it because Rob could just down air Wii Fit pretty easily. So I'll put it in slightly favorable or even. Might even just put it in slightly favorable. It's just annoying, to be honest with you, but once you like recognize it, it becomes simple. Wolf, this is probably slightly unfavorable or even. Reflector, thing. But I don't think he does as good as the other space animals, to be real. Yoshi. A lot of people think this is a losing matchup for Rob. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's slightly favorable or even, actually. Young Link, slightly unfavorable or even. Zelda. Okay, this is actually hard because I don't exactly know. All the Zeldas I run into online, but this is an offline tier list. So I think it's even. Yeah, I genuinely think it's actually even, so. What's her face? Zero Suit Sam is slightly unfavorable or even. I think it's bad, but I don't think it's terrible. Toon Link, I think this is slightly winning, actually. Yeah. Okay, so I just want to clean up a couple things, make sure like go over my, you know, choices. Actually no, I'll move Greninja up here. I don't think he needs to be up there in that spot. Let's see. So let's start with these tiers right here. Unfavorable, Pikachu and Bayonetta, yeah, definitely. Fox, Falco, Isabelle, Villager, Mario, and Palutena. Yeah, seems accurate. Greninja, Young Link, Wolf. Does Wolf belong slightly unfavorable or even? I think it deserves slightly unfavorable. I don't know. I think I'll put in slightly unfavorable, yeah. Wario, yeah, it's probably slightly unfavorable. Even Zero Shoot. Yeah, I don't struggle too much in the matchup. At least I don't think. But it has good recovery mix-ups. Yeah, I'll put it in slightly unfavorable as well. Squirtle belongs here. Pac-Man belongs. Nah, Pac-Man should be even, actually. Yeah, as much as I hate the matchup and as campy as it is, I think it's even. Greninja stays here. Youngling stays here. Squirtle stays here. Game & Watch, I honestly want to put him in even because I don't think it's that bad as people make it out to be. But I'll keep him here. Sheik, I think it deserves even. I think this matchup deserves even, to be honest. Yeah, because we have to consider the fact that Sheik struggles to kill, and R.O.B is pretty heavy. But I think good Sheik players would know how to close out the stocks, but I think it can be difficult for Sheik at times. Yeah, I'll put it in even. Makes sense. What else? Wario, Shulk, Game & Watch, Pichu, Squirtle. Okay, I agree with this. Yeah, this looks about right. And then Pikachu, I personally think these two are the two worst matchups. Yeah, that's pretty bad in my opinion. All right, let's take a look at the even category. I think. Actually, let's clean up these and then we'll go to the even. Favorable. Yeah, I think everything in favorable looks nice. Cloud. Yeah, let's just put all of these sword characters together. And then I think for the lack of consistency, these three, Dr. Mario, Bowser Jr. and Hero, also Luigi. These two puffballs, yeah. This one, yeah, we'll put this one. Yeah, these three here. No, work. There we go. And then King Dedede and Sonic. Yeah, I think this looks better now. Yeah, I didn't change anything. I just organized it. Oh no! Oh my God. Well then, I think that will just do it for this video because I just exited out of it like an absolute idiot. But hopefully, I think all my ideas were set for anyway, but that was such an unfortunate way to close out of it. Oh my God, you gotta be joking me. Bruh. That was a bruh moment, bruh. Okay, well, anyway, I appreciate you guys sticking to the end. Yeah, to be honest, I had my opinions there anyway. All of it was looking, pretty sorted out. Yeah, too bad. I mean, I'll probably have it in the video now, so that's good. But anyway, I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. If you did stick around to the end, and yeah, I guess with my unfortunate ending to my tier list, I guess that's what I have for today. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.